number 32. Equity. Now, equity is the actors' union. In England, the Equity Actors Union, back in my day, 100 years ago, was very, very strong. You couldn't actually get a job without having an equity card, and it was very hard to get an equity. It was very hard to get one because you kind of had to get a job to get one. So it was this catch-22 situation. You did all this training, masses of training, leading up to when you're going to leave drama school, and then I want to go to that audition, but if you haven't got an equity card, you can't get the agent knows they can't put you up for certain jobs without a card. So what I did was I looked in the stage paper, that I don't know if it's still happening, but it was a really good paper because it was about everything that was happening on the stage. And on the back page, there was a James Russell agency for exotic dancing. Yes, I know. I looked at that with my friend and we both thought, could we just do a little bit of exotic dancing to get our equity card? We worked out how many contracts we would need. The other thing that I did was I did a show called the Sally Silly Sausage Show with the big pink furry sausage that I made. And I had to teach 3 hours at once to get £90 equaled one contract towards equity. Now, I think I was the worst children's entertainer ever because I'd start and they'd all seem fine. And I'd maybe do my pod story, which is a story that I've written for children. And then basically it would be games. And after a little while, sometimes there were 100 kids there that I had to entertain. And I was not a natural kids entertainer. And they would just be running riot and hitting each other over the head. I mean, I was trying to keep control most of the time I did my children's entertaining. And then their parents would come and collect them, and it would be like so embarrassing because their parents were paid for these things, especially the person that organised it that paid me to do it. And the other kids were running wild everywhere. So I needed an easier way to do it. So I went to do this exotic dancing and made it a kind of act. I just made it my own act, and my friend and I wanted to be one of the first people to leave drama school with our cards so that we can then go for auditions. Even to go to an audition for a commercial, you needed your equity card. Over here, it works very differently. You don't need an equity card to be able to go to auditions. So it literally means that anyone can think, I'd like to go into an audition, and they'd get that, an agent, and okay, an extra agent. Anyone off the street can an extra agent, and anyone off the street can audition. And this is amazing compared with how it used to be. This is like the land of opportunity, the land of plenty. The only thing about it is, it's kind of blurred everything from who are the people that have actually really put the effort in, you know, the 3-year acting training or the actors program, 1-year training, or masses of classes with different teachers to really get experienced. Now, I'm just about to join Equity again here in New Zealand. I suggest that you join. It is a wonderful way of understanding what's happening in the industry. They do workshops. I've heard the workshops are very good. You can actually do a self-tape there, so they have a room where if you need to self-tape for a role for another country, you can use their little studio there. If you're going to do that, take somebody along with you to maybe film you, give you feedback, take another reader with you. I do this on a private level, and my charges are very reasonable because actors never have any money. So, so what I always say is, this is my hourly rate, but if you want to do an energy exchange, you can. You just tell me what your energy exchange is. This way, you're going to get a great audition down on camera. Don't waste the opportunity by doing a bad self-tape, cut corners yourself. There's always a student actor or someone willing to read with you to create a really good realistic scene just out of their passion. We're not going to have to pay them as well. So investing into really good sessions where you get a great self-tape is so important. Thank you.